Alright everyone, Slam Zany here. I know it's been a while since my last video, but Cyberpunk 2077 has come out. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's finally here, and after many delays, we finally have the game, and it's not without controversy, that's for sure. And we will talk about that here today. But the consensus is that if you have a powerful enough PC to run this game, then you are in for a treat. I've been playing on PC, and I can honestly stand by that. It's not without its bugs. It's not without its bugs. But man, this is a graphical showcase for sure. I've spent about 5 or so hours with the game, and my impressions are overwhelmingly positive to start out. The world has now opened up, and things have really come into focus on what this game is, what it's going to be, and kind of my expectations and impressions have really started to form around Cyberpunk 2077. The story so far is intriguing, the voice acting is incredible, and the sense of immersion is beyond anything I could have expected. Many people were upset that this game was in first person when it got first announced. Everybody loves The Witcher, the third person RPG mechanics that we're all used to, and that CD Projekt Red has done so well before. A lot of people were questioning why it went to first person, but now that I've spent some time with it, I understand why they went this route, and I can't imagine playing this game in third person. Anyone expecting this to be The Witcher in 2077 with the cyberpunk aesthetic will be disappointed. This is a completely different game, an all new experience, and just something that completely stands on its own, which to me is exactly what I wanted. The open world has so many things that just happen organically, random events that happen around you, and I consistently found myself intrigued and interested in exploring them. This may be the most interesting aspect of the game in my opinion. Exploration and discovery are extremely encouraged. Night City is incredibly dense, and there is likely something hiding behind every single corner. Don't rush through this game, because there is a ton of stuff that can be missed. And I'm not over exaggerating. You know, just like when I first started playing this game, I didn't even drive. I just was walking because there was just so many things to explore. I mean, just one block down the street, you might find yourself in a scenario where like completely random organic things are playing out, and it's just incredible to kind of see that happen as you're playing. So I do want to talk a little bit about performance on PC. I personally am running a PC with a Ryzen 7 CPU and an RTX 2070 Super. I'm able to run the game pretty decently with ray tracing on at 1440p with most graphical settings on high. The DLSS works very well in this game in terms of reaching that performance that you want in terms of frame rate while getting the best quality graphical performance. So if you have one of the cards that isn't the new 3000 series cards that are next to impossible to get, then I recommend using DLSS. It's cool. It works really well. One of the most controversial things regarding the launch of this game is its performance on console, and the OG PS4 and Xbox One specifically. I have scoured the internet looking at the performance on these consoles, and it is very bad, and it makes me question whether this game should have even been released on them at all. CD Projekt Red is known for making PC games. In fact, The Witcher 3, I believe, was their first game to release simultaneously on console, so maybe a release on PC first, followed by a release on next-gen console sometime in 2021 would have made a much better first impression on everyone. The tech in Cyberpunk 2077 is some of the most impressive gaming technology I've ever seen, and I applaud them for setting the new benchmarks and making the purchase of these new GPUs that much more worth it, taking advantage of everything that they have to offer. But I hate to see the players on older consoles seeing what seems to be a completely different game and experiencing something completely different, and unfortunately, it doesn't look too hot. From a mechanic standpoint, I do like, the shooting, the gameplay, the moment-to-moment, actual, like, action set pieces. It kind of flips it upside down. Like, this game can really be a lot of different things. So One moment you could be just driving around, another moment you could be in an extremely long story-focused cutscene, or you could be going from person to person and engaging in a lot of different dialogue where you have to make a bunch of decisions on how that plays out. So the moment-to-moment gameplay changes up a lot. I found that on PC specifically, Cyberpunk 2077 does a great job of being able to hot swap between controller and keyboard and mouse. Personally, I really like to play first-person shooters, like when the action and stuff gets up. I like that on keyboard and mouse. I think it's really good. But when it comes to like driving and, you know, roaming around, I like to sit back, play with a controller. I find that to be a better experience for me personally. And Cyberpunk 2077 does a great job of being able to hot swap between the two. So if I find myself in like a very action-oriented scenario, I can just hop on my keyboard and mouse if I prefer to do so. So that's nice. But yeah, once the world opens up, there's a ton more to explore. I'm only like 5 to 6 hours in, so I have a lot more stuff I need to do and experience and explore. And please, you know, follow my channel. I will be coming up with more videos. I will fully review this game with much more gameplay once I have played it into its entirety. I'm going to play as much of this game as I can. I'll have some tips and tricks videos coming up as well. So if any of that interests you, if you're interested in Cyberpunk 2077, stay tuned for that. And until next time, I'm out.